Red button? Good morning. Honorable ladies and gentlemen of the Legislature, my name is Mel Guadalupe. I'm presently the Director of Suffolk County Office of Minority Affairs, and I must reiterate for the past 2 years. The Office of Minority Affairs is responsible for overseeing and facilitating 7 advisory boards, as well as implementing programs addressing education, health, economic empowerment within our diverse and minority communities. I oversee the following boards: the Hispanic Advisory Board, the African American Advisory Board, the Muslim Advisory Board, Interfaith Anti-Bias, Minority Business Development Council, Women's Business Enterprise Coalition, and soon to be the Native American Advisory Board. In my role as director, I work closely with numerous diverse community-based organizations, local education institutions, and houses of worship. I oversee programs associated such as Unity Day, Black History, Hispanic Heritage, just to name a few. I testified before you today to emphatically deny and reject statements that have been made recently by Mr. Francisco Hernandez, a member of the Suffolk County Hispanic Advisory Board. Mr. Hernandez has acted and spoken in a reckless, irresponsible manner, and I am here along with the Hispanic Advisory Board Chairman, Mr. Alex Gutierrez, to ask you to take our statements into consideration. The lies I referenced revolve around the September 3rd meeting of the Hispanic Advisory Board and September 10th meeting of the Suffolk Hate Crimes Task Force. At the Hispanic Advisory meeting, I gave a few closing remarks by informing the board that the Hate Crimes Task Force had no representative at the first public hearing of the Hate Crimes Task Force in Wyandotte. I stressed the importance of having a Hispanic Advisory Board representative at the second Hate Crimes Task Force meeting, and that person's role would be to sit at the listening table. Mr. Francisco Hernandez volunteered to be that representative. I had made it clear that the role of this task force would be only to listen. I also spoke with Mr. Hernandez after the Hispanic Advisory Board meeting, informing him that he was included in a report that had been issued by the Southern Poverty Law Center. He said he was unaware of the fact and that he had never been contacted by the Southern Poverty Law Center. A few days later, I received a phone call from Robert Calarco, representative from Legislature Eddington's office. Robert inquired about the recent Hispanic board meeting and its focus. I informed him that the board meeting had included a conference call with the county executive, during which time Steve Levy commended the board for his works, discussed the recently released Southern Poverty Law Center report, and encouraged members of the board to continue their excellent work despite the report's numerous lawsuits and oversights. I want to emphasize here that the county executive never made mention of Legislator Eddington, and you can verify the fact with all members of the Hispanic Advisory Board meeting who were present that day. I also told Mr. Calarco that the Hispanic Board meeting had been addressed by our Suffolk County Police Commanding Officer of the Hate Crimes Unit, Detective Sergeant Robert Weeks, who spoke about matters including incidents that had recently occurred at Hispanic Church in Patchwork days earlier. Approximately 10 minutes later, I received a call from my Legislator Eddington stating that he had spoken with his aide, Robert Calarco, and also with the legislative representative on the Hispanic Advisory Board, Mr. Hernandez, who had informed him about the recent HAB meeting, otherwise the Hispanic Advisory Board meeting. Mr. Eddington stated he was disturbed to hear Mr. Hernandez claim that the county executive had disparaged him throughout the Hispanic Advisory Board conference call. Mr. Eddington asked me if that indeed was the case. I told the legislator that I didn't recall any such remarks by the county executive. Legislator Eddington, chairperson of the Legislative Public Safety Committee, responded by stating that my not recalling was a safe comment.
Mr. Guadalupe,
prior to the September 10th meeting of the Hate Crimes Task Force, I spoke with the Hispanic Advisory Board Chairman, Alex Gutierrez, who confirmed that Mr. Hernandez would be attending the task force meeting and sitting at the dais to listen. In conclusion, at the Hate Crime Task Force public hearing, Mr. Gutierrez and I spoke with Mr. Hernandez in the reception area to tell him he was going to be, that Mr. Gutierrez was going to be sitting at the dais. Alex informed Francisco during a conversation that if Fernando decided to speak at the public forum, he could not do so as a Hispanic representative. His views and opinions were not to be the representative or indicative of the board's views. Never, during this brief discussion, involving only Mr. Gutierrez, Mr. Hernandez, and myself, did I ever tell Mr. Hernandez that he could not speak at a public forum. I thank you for the opportunity to set the record straight.
Thank you, Mr. Guadalupe. Alex Gutierrez.